Hi, I'm Rachel. This is going to be my first eye look using the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. The front has that on it and it looks like that. So, rainbow colours. This isn't really a first impressions because I did swatch them all yesterday, but it is my first time using the shadows on my eyes. Throughout I'll kind of tell you how they perform, and at the end I'll give not quite a mini review but yeah, I'll say a little bit about it. Keep watching. I've already primed my eyes to prevent creasing, but I'm going to go in with the NYX pencil in Milk now because I know that these colours aren't quite as pigmented as I'd like, so a white base will make them appear brighter. Just going to blend it out with my finger. I'm going to go in with Calavera first, the yellow, and this is a Fancy Witch blending brush, I think. You definitely do have to build it up quite a lot. I would say I had to build it up so much, especially on this side, that the base has started to go a bit patchy, so that's not great. I'm now going to use the same brush and go in with Jones, the shimmery orange. This one's much more sheer. I'm going to put a tiny bit of C's, the matte coral, in my crease. But I'm not sure how much of this will show up when I do the next step. I want to do a purple cut crease type thing, so I'm going to use Cry Baby Gel Pot from Colourpop and the Royal and Langnickel mini flat shader brush. I'm not worrying about getting it all even, I just want to map out the shape really. I ended up going a bit differently on the other side, so I'll just match them up. I'm going to take Paranoia, a pinky purple, on the inner portion, using the same brush that I've cleaned off a little bit. I'm then going to use Faded on the outer corner, and that's purple, a muted purple with like gold pearl. I'm going to tap this on to try and keep the same shape. And then I'm going to take a sketch, a purple with a sort of blue sheen over the centre portion to mix them together. Even though this one is, well, technically darker in the palette, it's a lot sheerer, I knew from swatches, so that's why I'm using it as the centre colour. I did have some fallout on this eye, but it cleared up really easily. I actually just used this Smith brush to wipe it off and it didn't leave any marks. This eye didn't get any fallout. Not too bad. That outer corner, that outer colour Faded is definitely a little bit patchy, but that could just be because I put it on, you know, a gel eyeliner that had pretty much dried by then, so might not be the shadow's fault. For the lower lash line I'm going to use this Smith brush and Delirious, the darkest purple shade, and I haven't yet decided whether I'll blend it out with pink or blue. I'll decide as I'm doing Delirious. So I'm just going to tuck this in under my lower lashes. That one's pigmented at least. I'm just going to blend it out and slightly merge it in with the wing. So I've decided I'll blend it out with pink. I'm going to use the shade Gossip, which looks quite vibrant, so I'm going to use a light hand. I am bringing that quite low to sort of mirror the shape of that purple. And then the last colour I'll use from the palette today is Iced, the sort of silvery, sparkly one. I know that this one is quite sheer and flaky, but I'll try applying it dry first anyway. Okay, it's not too bad, it is latching onto my primer. I'm just going to apply mascara off camera. So that's the finished eye look. I am very tempted to put stuff all over this and make it more interesting, but I do want it to just be eyeshadow really, so that you can see how this palette applies. I swear this looks more blended in real life, this patchy bit. So annoying. Just gonna apply lipstick. I'm gonna line with this nude liner from Primark. These liners are really hit or miss. Some of them are really nice and like smooth, and some of them feel kind of granular and hurt when you apply them. But they are only £1. I'm just going to apply this Colourpop lipstick in Topanga. So that's it finished really. Blush are the two most pink shades in the new Tarte palette. The highlighter is Show Gold, one of the new MAC like duochrome highlighters. And I contoured with Breakup, the Makeup Geek contour powder. I'm in this awkward stage with my eyebrows at the moment. I'm trying to regrow them for a few months, just because. And like they're really short and spiky. They're too short at the moment to like flatten down, so they're sticking directly up, which makes any natural looks kind of difficult. I don't feel like I can give this palette a proper review yet because I did only get it yesterday, but those are the shades. I'm not sure why I didn't use the brush, just didn't really think of it. So I swatched it as soon as I got it yesterday. And yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with the pigmentation, despite having read reviews that did warn of that. But I was so excited when I first saw this palette. I really hoped that all the shadows would be like up to the standard of the electric palette. And to be honest, I shouldn't have expected that really, because this is a holiday palette and they never seem to be as good quality as permanent palettes. I did notice that the electric palette was in, I think it was the Sephora sale, or maybe on the American Urban Decay website, and that worried me a little bit. I hope it's not being discontinued, and if it is, I hope they have something amazing to replace it. So yeah, the shades I used today, I'd say the most pigmented was that Delirious, the deep purple, there's the coral performed really well, and the pink was nice and vibrant. The orange was very sheer, and the yellow was just okay. A palette I've had the last, I don't know, week or so is the NYX Ultimate Brights, and I would say a lot of these colours are pretty similar, and in a few of the cases this one definitely performs better. So maybe once I've used them both a bit more I might compare them. There's quite a big difference. I think this is 15 and the full spectrum is 41 or 45. So there's a big difference in price, so I might compare their qualities later. So I hope you've liked this look, and it might have given you some ideas for colour combinations using that palette. I'll see you next time. Bye.